I'm Derek Johnson with Jesus Culture. I've been connected with this ministry for coming up on a decade, just dating myself a little bit. I played music my whole life, started bands and broke up bands, and then kind of found myself in a spot where I really wanted to just shun music and kind of be done with it. Kind of everything I started up would it never really satisfied what I felt like I wanted to do or what I was looking for. And so around 17, found myself in a Vineyard church and just had an encounter with God's presence in worship. And it's kind of that moment shifted my entire perspective on music and kind of what I was created for and why I had worked on, building up these skills of music. So really from that point forward, I was just passionate about using my gifts and the abilities God had given me and using them to equip the church, empower the church, to lead worship, to write songs within the context of the church. So much of it really is, it's really not music, which is kind of the amazing thing. Music is just one of the avenues that we use to articulate worship or express worship. But, ultimately it's our response to God. It's us really lifting Him up and recognizing who He is and really the place that He holds in our life as Lord of our life. And so I know for me, it actually was an amazing experience I'd spent all these years playing music and learning how to do music, but it wasn't really until I encountered the presence of God that I kind of realized how music and worship line up. Like I said, music and songs, they're all really just an avenue where we get to stand in the presence of God. Because of Jesus, He's opened up this access where we have access to the Father and to His Spirit and to His presence, and we get to stand in that place and really exchange love. It's kind of simple, but there really is that. We love because He first loved us. For me, I remember, having not grown up in the church. I remember stepping into church and the idea of worship and people raising their hands and singing out. It was so foreign. And I think we kind of learned to recognize, in any Sunday service or in any conference or event, there are going to be people there who maybe haven't been raised in the environment. They've maybe not really learned the heart or the reason behind why we're worshiping. So, I'm very aware of my own personal need for Jesus, no matter how far along in my walk with Him I get. So if I'm on stage leading worship, I want to encounter God. I want to be transformed. I want more of Him. And I think usually what we try to carry is just to maintain that level of hunger personally. And then I think it translates in settings where, God has us up in front of people leading worship. And so hopefully we can help create that same kind of passion for Him in the room just by being us, just being genuine and authentically pursuing the Lord. And that's really what we get to invite people into. Then I don't feel the pressure to have to make something happen. It's that, hey, I'm here, I'm worshiping God, and I'm inviting everyone else to, let's join, let's do this same. Let me encourage you to do that because it is life-changing. My life was completely transformed in times of worship. And so I believe that every time we step out and lead, that there are people in the room who are being transformed and who are having encounters with God that is really going to change the course of their life.